Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all doing well and having a good weekend. Ray here. If you've been following some of my recent videos, you've noticed that I have been doing a lot of comparisons over amp simulations. Somebody such as myself, who was a little bit of a fuddy, I guess you'd call me, who was a little apprehensive of actually leaving my tube amps and going with simulations or different types of technology that is set to emulate tube amps. I was a little apprehensive about that. I'd say I've come a long way, being so single-minded, I guess, for so long, and so I decided to give a lot of these different simulations a try. Over the last several months, I've been very impressed with the different tones that I'm able to get, the quality of the sound, the different effects, and the variety that you can get within these different amp simulations. So I've been pretty impressed. I've had a host of all sorts of different packages from PRS. I've used a lot of the Slate overloud stuff. I've had ENGL not that long ago. Being a big Periphery fan, and a fan of Misha Mansoor, was pretty excited when Joey Sturgis announced that he was putting out his plugin for Misha Mansoor. It just popped away. Sorry. Got really excited about it and loaded it up and have been using it for a while now. If you've seen a lot of my videos lately, you've noticed that I've been pretty impressed with a lot of the different simulations, and this one I struggled with a bit. I didn't really get a lot of the tones that I would have thought I would have gotten right out of the box, so I thought, okay, maybe it's my settings, maybe let me look into it. And so I did some research. I looked at different people's settings. I watched different channels. I watched Ola England's channel, looked at his settings. I watched some other favorites, looked at their settings. Then I did some research and contacted some folks. I looked all around. I even tried a different computer. I tried different DAW, different guitars. The sound is unique, and it's not necessarily my sound, so it doesn't mean that it's not a good sound. It just means it's different than what I'm used to. We'll do what we've been doing, is go through. I'll run you through it quickly. We'll do a quick review of the cleans and the different the different functions and features you can get with it. Listen to the gain sounds of it, and then we'll put it in a mix. Maybe that's the key here. Maybe that standalone has a unique sound, we'll say, and then when it's in a mix, it sounds better. So we'll try it out. But I have been struggling a little bit with this one. Even with all sorts of different, trying all sorts of different stuff. So we'll go through it, and maybe you can help me understand. Maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. I really appreciate the folks that have been joining and adding comments, and if you'd like, I'd love to have you subscribe. I don't monetize my channel, and I am not funded or sponsored by anybody, and I kind of created the channel for that purpose. I wanted to be able to kind of give my honest opinion and not have any type of monetary association with it. I do this strictly out of fun. I've got a 9-to-5 job that I've had for many years, and that funds my hobby and passion for buying all sorts of gear. If there's something you want to see, I would love to pick it up and run through it. So we've had some great conversations, and I really appreciate you spending time with me. I see some of the YouTube folks, and they have hundreds of thousands, and some of these folks, I couldn't comprehend that many. I'm pretty thrilled with just the folks that are with me now, and I love the conversations, and I love being able to have help when I can, and also learn from you as well. So if you'd like to subscribe, it would be great to have you, and we'll go through this stuff together. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Again, this is the Misha Mansoor amp simulation from Joey Sturgis, and maybe you can help me figure out what I'm doing wrong. Let's get into it. You can see here now on the Tone Forge here, I've got it opened up. You've got 3 different options that you can choose from: your clean, crunch, or lead. I spend most of my time on the lead channel, and each one has, if you swap between them, it'll keep the settings, so you don't have to keep doing that. One of the things that's pretty cool about this is that you have this wheel, which is kind of a gain knob. You can see your number down here, 1, and you can spin the wheel to get all sorts of different variations. You can take it all the way back down to 1, and it has a very clean down here is the precision drive, which is a nice feature that it comes with. I obviously use that more for my gain playing. This is the main amp stage here. The next one here, you can choose from 4 different mics that they offer here, or you can select down here and you can go into impulse response and include any of your own impulses that you'd like to include as well, which I think is a very cool feature. I've been playing around with that a lot, trying different impulse responses. I still struggle, and sometimes I get a little bit closer. My favorite so far is the Pine PV 4x12 with regards to options that it comes with. I have some more favorites that I've been using down here with Bogner and Marshall, but we'll go ahead and for the purpose of this use this one here that it comes with. Within the FX here, you can click on and then engage. You can see for delay. Hit back here, and then over here you have a chorus pedal. You engage it here. And then last but not least, over here you have your reverb. Like the other ones, engage it here. The next one you have here is your EQ. I have the EQ setting right now where Ola England has his set. I've been trying this one. I've tried different variations of this. This one seems to be the best option for what I have found so far. And then last but not least, over here, you have the option here to have a compressor. I don't have that on right now. We'll go back to the main page, and we'll turn. Here you have a crunch, which works the same way. The more you turn it up, the more you adjust the wheel here. The higher you'll see the number down here going, and you can take it all the way up to, I believe it is 4 or 5. And then over here on the lead channel, I'll engage the precision drive and then bring it back over. Right here, different features in here: low, mid, high, which you'd expect to see. Tight feature tightens up, I believe, your lower end. Saturation is going to increase your saturation level, and then purr is kind of like that low rumble, kind of letting it ring out kind of effect. It just kind of gives that sustained long and then you can adjust your presence, you can adjust your volume. And so as I mentioned before, as you adjust your wheel, you'll have different, you can hear the different types of just for my taste, I just don't really get the, I don't know, I'm just not really seeing the tone I would. Kind of muffled and constricted. I don't know. You know, I've tried every different option. I've tried, you know, all sorts of different options, but I'm just really not seeing a significant change. And I've tried loading and reloading, but just not a big significant difference when I've made the adjustments. So I don't know. Um, from other videos I've watched, I've seen some other folks that maybe had a similar response. Now, some people they love it, they swear by it, and it seems to work great for them. For me, I just haven't had the best of luck with it. It seems kind of mushy, you know. Let's go ahead and try it in a mix. I've made a couple of different recordings here, and then I'll record another channel as I play along with it, and you can kind of hear, and we'll see. And I'll compare it to a couple of other, and that's kind of my main thing, is that in comparison to other simulations, I just don't get the kind of punch, and I don't get the full. Um, it just seems a little constricted, and it doesn't really have a. It's just not a real full tone. It seems, again, as I said, kind of choked and constricted. So let's go ahead and try it in a mix and hear how it sounds. And if there's something that you see that I'm doing, or something that you've had better experience with, please let me know, and I will definitely try it. But I've pretty much given every every option that I can think. So let's go ahead and listen to it in a mix.